Most patients focus on what happens during and after surgery. But what about your skin health before going under the knife? Today, we are diving into one of the most underrated aspects of plastic surgery: how your skin health can make or break your surgical outcomes. Welcome to The Canvas of Beauty, my podcast. I am Dr. Fadi Bakal, a board-certified consultant plastic surgery. Today, I will explain to you why skin health is such of importance in your journey towards plastic surgery and beyond. Why pre-surgery skin health matters. Well, skin is your surgical canvas. Better skin equals better healing, equals better scarring and surgical outcomes. Surgery doesn't fix skin quality. It works with what you bring on the table. Think of it like painting on a primed canvas versus a rough cardboard. It changes everything. Skin healing's powers depend on nutritional fuel. You say, what does that even mean? Well, top nutrients and foods for preparing the skin for surgery. Like for instance, vitamin C is most important for collagen production and as an antioxidant acting. We can find that in oranges, kiwi, strawberries, and broccoli. A second micronutrient which is needed for wound healing and controlling the inflammation reaction is zinc. We can find that in pumpkin seeds, chickpeas, lentils, beef, and oysters. Another thing which is very important, but it's a micronutrient for tissue repair, is proteins. We can find that, of course, in chicken, beef, eggs, in fish like salmon, sardines, but also in chia seeds and walnuts. We will find micronutrients like omega-3 fats, which are very important as an anti-inflammatory effect and boosts the skin barrier. Vitamin A we need for regeneration of cells. We find in sweet potatoes, spinach, and carrots. Very important is hydration, like drinking water, but also hydrating fruits like cucumber and watermelon. This is important for the healing of cells. All these nutritional fuel tips are needed to boost before surgery. When you ask? Well, at least 2 to 4 weeks prior to the surgery. We talked about the awareness of skin health, boosting of skin health, but what actually to avoid in our daily life preoperatively? Well, first of all, smoking. It's a very trendy behavior to speak about, but it does impair the wound healing and healing process as well as the scarring. Why? Because it damages the small vessels which I will need during surgery, and it will eventually end up with tissue necrosis as a complication. The overusage of sugar and ultra-processed foods also exaggerates the inflammation reaction. Above that, the usage of alcohol will dehydrate your body as well as thinning out your blood, which makes it higher risk for bleeding after surgery. Other two things are very important to take into account: harsh skincare products usage like retinoids or exofoils, and recent skin treatments like laser or chemical peelings also needs to be avoided. How to prepare your skin then? There is some conditioning plan for 4 week in time frame, and you can use gentle cleanser, no stripping ingredients inside or exfoliating, just to clean up the skin surface. Of course, with usage of barrier boosting moisturizer based on ceramides or niacinamide or hyaluronic acid. These are good things for your skin prior to surgery. And don't forget the sun. Once you go outdoors, you use the SPF 50 plus sun cream to protect your skin from damaging from the sun. And of course, hydration and omega-3 fats in your nutrition. No aggressive or peels treatments 2 to 4 weeks prior to surgery. Another category which is actually underrated in this whole section is the connection between your mind, your body, and skin. Don't forget, our skin is our largest organ in the body. So high stress means a high production of cortisol, which is our stress hormone in our blood, which gives a poor skin healing effects as well. So you can reduce that by implementing relaxation techniques like deep breathing exercises, meditation apps, and don't forget sleeping pattern. A quality and quantitative sleeping pattern is very important. Now, in conclusion, the skin you bring into surgery on the table sets the tone for what comes after. I want to encourage you to prepare your skin just like athletes do before a big event. That means nutritionally, mentally, and topically. I want to invite you to share this episode with your friends who are preparing for surgery, because this is very valuable information to know prior to their surgery. Follow my podcast, The Canvas of Beauty, for more behind the scenes surgical insights. Hope see you soon.